from outside of China. Shanghai is kind of the New York City of China, so it felt like Hong Kong was an option for sure, but I think Shanghai felt like we were going that step further.
说到英国 clapping 界最有影响力的人物，英伦电音教父级人物 Pete 必定是其中之一。他被誉为世界 Future Classic， 是全球顶尖 DJ 和制作人。他是全英国最受欢迎的音乐广播节目，也就是 BBC Radio 1的 Essential Selection 节目主持人。他在电音界20多年来，在全球积攒了无数粉丝，并主导着电音审美的发展，影响力无从估计。
Well, the spirit of the IMS is the same. Which is always about, raising the profile of electronic music, bringing different people from different businesses together to discuss electronic music. I guess the biggest difference, obviously, is we're here in China. I think when we started in Ibiza, our focus was just on Ibiza, about changing people's perceptions of Ibiza. And then we were pretty successful at that, and then we started to have ambition to take IMS to other places. So at first it was the US, and then for the last 3 years we've been doing Asia Pacific. And then initially we started in Singapore because it was kind of an easier place for us to operate at the start, and then we met a lot of different people by doing Singapore, and that's why we're in China today. It was very simple. I just saw a DJ for the first time. I was in a band, and I saw a DJ, and I thought that looked kind of cool, and my passion moved to DJing. It was a long time ago when DJs, it wasn't like today. So DJs didn't become very famous being DJs back then, but I really was excited by what you could do as a DJ, and yeah, that's how the love affair started. Well, as I say, when we first brought the IMS to the Asia Pacific region, we started in Singapore, and that was really because of the relationships that we had, particularly with the Zouk brand. The guy that owned Zouk, Lincoln, was very familiar with, what had been going on in Ibiza and in the UK and Europe and the US. So everyone knew Lincoln, and Lincoln really invited us to enabled us to bring the IMS to Singapore. Once we were in Singapore, a lot of people from China came to that event, and we met a lot of people in China, and it's really been developing the relationship with the team behind Storm that has enabled us to come to China. And we felt, certainly last year when we did Singapore and China, that we couldn't do 2 shows in 2016, and we felt China was the right place to be, and it's through the partnership with Storm that we're here in Shanghai. I don't think it's a surprise that we're in Shanghai. I think Shanghai has that, it's I think from outside of China, Shanghai is kind of the New York City of China, so it felt like Hong Kong was an option for sure, but I think Shanghai felt like we were going that step further.